Okay. So we were just talking about making a cup of coffee, and we just said we need the decaf coffee, the boiling water, the milk, the cup, and the kettle.
Yes.
Yes. So that would be the start, what you would have in your
Yes.
yes. Okay. And then okay, so what would you write for the introduction?
I love the smell of coffee.
I love the smell of coffee, yeah. Yeah.
I love the smell.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a few steps to make coffee.
A few steps, yeah,
Before I have a few steps before I can drink the coffee.
before you can drink the coffee. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So in the introduction, we tell them what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So we're going to say, I love the smell of coffee. To make a cup of coffee, you need decaf coffee, boiling water, milk, you need a cup, and you need a kettle.
Yes.
Then you might even say that what are the steps to making a coffee?
We put the water in the kettle.
Yep. Step 1, water in the kettle. Yep. What's step 2?
With some start up.
Step 2. Press start in the kettle. Yep. Okay. Wait. And then what's step number 3?
Get the cup out of the cupboard.
Get the cup. Okay. You're doing really good.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Get the cup and then step 4.
Get the cup out of the cupboard.
Out of cupboard, yep. Yeah.
Step 4 is put 1.5 teaspoons of
Mm.
coffee in the cup.
Yep. So coffee in the cup, yep.
By then the kettle should boil.
Yep. Kettle.
Wait till the kettle to boil.
Yeah. Great. You're doing really good. Wait till kettle boils, yep.
Pour the water over the coffee.
Pour the water over the coffee, yep.
Stir the coffee.
Stir the coffee.
In the cup.
Stir the coffee in the cup.
Add the milk.
Add the milk, yep.
Stir the coffee again.
Stir the coffee again. Okay. Yep.
Then we're ready to drink.
Yeah. Then you're ready to drink. So what you're saying is that if you're making a cup of coffee, and sometimes in my work in mental health, and I think sometimes in disabilities too, some of our clients need help to make a coffee.
Yes.
And if we could break it down into steps, well, then that's really helpful. So
Yes.
that could be our audience for the presentation on how to make a cup of coffee.
Yes.
And I reckon you only need about a 1 minute,
Yes.
1 minute
1
video
minute should cover that. Yes.
to cover making a cup of coffee. So we've got the introduction where we say, I love the smell of coffee. There's, how many steps did we say? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to make a cup of coffee.
Yes.
This presentation, I'm going to explore the 5 steps for coffee.
Yes.
Then in the middle, we go step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The steps for a coffee.
Yes.
What do you do in the conclusion?
We say we enjoyed the smell of the coffee
Mm.
coming up. We enjoyed the smell of the coffee as we poured the boiling water on.
Yes.
We stirred the coffee and it dissolved well.
Yeah.
We loved the taste.
Okay.
Is
Yes.
that enough?
So that's all really good, but we need to have in the conclusion what was in the middle of the presentation. So there are 5 steps.
5 steps.
Yeah. Step 1, water in the kettle.
Yeah.
Step 2, press the button of the kettle.
Yes.
Step 3, get the cup out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Step 4, 1.5 teaspoons of coffee in the cup. Wait till the kettle boils. And
Yes.
step 5, pour water on the coffee. Stir the cup, add the milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we really just go over what we've decided we have to do.
Yeah. So beginning or intro, what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Explain the 3 to 4 points in the middle.
Yes.
Then remind them what you talked about.
Yes.
Okay. So we've gone through the steps, and on this piece of paper, I've written down the steps. Andrew, would you feel comfortable for the video, for the camera, doing a 1 minute presentation on making a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is nerves. Do you have any nerves around doing a 1 minute presentation on making a cup of coffee?
Yes, I'm scared that 1 minute isn't long enough.
Oh, okay, so you're worried that there's too much detail to go through in the 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
I'll just try to keep it simple.
yes. So I didn't mention this in the last video, but there's some stuff. One of the stuff ups that people often make in presentations is monotone.
Yes. Yes.
Or sometimes we get so nervous about giving the presentation that we talk really fast and no
Yes.
one can understand what we're saying.
Yes.
Yes. So we keep that in mind.
Yes. Sure.
And we might even do our 5 things before our presentation, our 1 minute presentation. Do you remember the 5 things, Andrew? 5 things you can hear.
Yes.
4 things, yes. So we might ground ourselves for the presentation.
I think the coffee presentation isn't enough for me to need to do the 5 things.
Okay, so you're saying,
If I had a 20 minutes presentation, I certainly need to a bit of
yeah.
introduction.
So one of the things too in the community service industry is if our clients like coffee or they like tea and they don't know how to make the tea, sometimes what we'll do is we'll write steps with pictures on what you do.
Yeah.
You could also give them a 1 minute presentation
Yes.
on,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So we've got our notes. Now, do you remember from the last session we said that reading from the notes isn't good?
Yes.
What we're going to do is when I say go, I'm going to give you 1 minute. I can see the camera down here and I've got 1 minute.
Yeah.
Now, most universities have this thing called plus or minus 10%.
Yes.
Are you familiar with, I don't know if you're familiar with that in your course, Andrew, or not.
No.
So plus or minus 10% means that if you go 10% over or you go 10% under, you're all good.
Yes.
So with a minute, if you go a little bit less than a minute, that's okay. And if you go a little bit more than a minute, that's also okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
So what are you going to talk about in your 1 minute presentation?
Well, I'm talking about making coffee.
Fantastic.
Yeah, talk about the steps.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I like coffee at the end.
Yes. Okay. And so the beginning, we talk about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're talking about coffee.
Yep. In the middle, we talk about the steps,
Yes.
and then we summarize it at the end.
Yes.
Okay. On your marks, we'll move the camera a little bit towards you.
Yeah. Good.
On your mark, so down here we've got our timer. Okay, so we'll know
Yeah.
how long. We've got about 1 minute. Steady, set, go.
Yeah, I'm here to talk about making a cup of coffee. I like coffee and the smell. And we divide the job up into 5 simple steps. Step 1 is get the cup out of the cupboard. Step 2 is put on the kettle.
Mhm.
Step 3 is get the coffee into the bottom of the cup. Step 4 is pour the boiling water in, stir the coffee with the spoon, add the milk, stir the coffee again, and you're ready to taste it.
Fantastic. That was about within 1 minute. How did it feel doing the 1 minute presentation, Andrew?
It felt fine. The first 15 seconds I was a little nervous, and then I thought I really have to get through my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a great
And
job.
it's a subject I'm reasonably familiar with.
Good, good. Because unfortunately, some of our clients, they love coffee, but they have difficulty making coffee. And that's something that we can show them, teach them about making coffee.
Yeah, very
Do you think that it would be similar to making a cup of tea? Because some of our clients prefer tea than coffee.
Yes, it's more dangerous making the cup of tea because you've got to pull the tea bag out of the boiling water and you've got to put it somewhere.
Okay, so,
Okay.
so maybe that's
No, it's not possible.
not
Maybe you just have step 5 is you put the tea bag on
yeah,
a saucer before that, and then you put it in the bin.
yeah,
Like carrying the dripping tea bag across the kitchen isn't
yeah.
amazing.
So, Andrew, when you gave us that 1 minute presentation on making the cup of coffee, did you feel prepared? I know we talked about the steps and what we're going to do. We wrote it out. Did you feel comfortable giving that presentation?
After the first 15 seconds, I did, right?
That first initial bit, you're nervous.
Oh, extremely.
Oh, I know.
Extraordinary.
Some people really struggle with making a cup of coffee, don't they?
No, some people, yes, they do, but it's not that. It's more speaking in public. It's the word.
On the video, yeah, it's harder than
Yes,
when you're not
I feel like I'm being judged by a stranger.
on the yes. Often. That's a really good point. We went through it. We broke it up into steps. We did
Yes,
the introduction, we did the middle, and then we did conclusion.
yes.
Okay. So we're pretty much, I think you get quite good at making presentations,
About making cups
about making cups of coffee. And you were saying,
and the variations of making.
what's the sugar in their coffee, don't they?
Oh, yeah, but they shouldn't. We don't want to encourage it.
No, no, no.
They could just not. No, I disagree. We should make people understand how much they need.
Because some people, like,
I
sometimes
think
people
they
don't
don't
like
need any, right? But if they really think they need one piece of sugar, it
Yes.
could be in the presentation.
Yes. So we could have adjusted the presentation, but that was your interpretation, which was
Yes.
nice. The next thing I want to talk about in this session,
Yes.
this will be a very common scenario. When you do your presentation in the Diploma of Community Service industry, people will ask questions at the end.
Yes.
What are you like in answering people's questions? Because that can be really tricky. When we make a presentation, we know what we're going to say, we know how we're going to say it, we know when we're going to say it. When people have questions, we don't know. Would you agree with that?
No, because if you've done your research about making a cup of tea,
Yes,
you've coffee,
Yeah.
you've covered the whole subject and you should feel confident. And if they ask you, it's only when they're being obtuse, which is difficult.
Okay. So I've got some dot points here about answering questions. There's three things that I want you to remember with answering questions. Is the ACE technique. Have you heard of the ACE technique before?
Not a single thing.
No. Okay. So A stands for acknowledge the question.
Yes.
C stands for clarify, and E stands for explain.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you some questions about making a cup of coffee, and you're going to have a go at answering them.
Okay. We can do that.
Does it matter if our cup is big when we make a cup of coffee? Should we add more coffee
Yes. Yes.
if it's a big cup? Like, you know how you get those jumbo ones? Should we add more coffee?
No, you should decide on the size of your cup before you start.
That's true. But we want to acknowledge the question. So you go, thank you, that was a great question.
Oh,
Or,
that was a wonderful question.
Right.
And I know lots of people really need to know the answer to that.
so that there you go, you acknowledging it,
Yes.
clarify it.
Yes. But it's down to personal taste
Yes.
and how much coffee you actually want to drink. Whether you make up a 1 litre container or you do a 50 ml Turkish coffee.
So this is really good. But you need to acknowledge the question. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
And then clarify. Do you mean this?
Yes. Do you mean? Tell us what you mean.
Yeah. Well, you can say, or do you mean, if you have a big cup? So I'm going to ask you.
Yes. Do you mean have we got a bigger cup?
Yes.
Or, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and we're going to just that ACE framework. Do you remember what ACE stands for?
No.
Acknowledge,
Yes.
clarify,
Yes.
explain.
Okay.
Okay. How much? So I'll ask a question about making the cup of coffee. How much milk should I put in the coffee? Acknowledge? Yes.
Now, that's a really interesting question.
Right.
And I'm glad you asked it because there are so many variations on how much you should put in.
Yeah.
But generally about 15% of the container should be milk if you're using instant coffee.
Right. Okay. My next question is, how hot does the water need to be for a cup of coffee?
Well, that's
Acknowledge?
but that's it.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that question
Good.
because people need to know. And for older people, they often like it really hot.
Yeah.
And the younger you are, the less heat you seem to require for
Yes.
you can regulate how hot the coffee is by reducing the amount of milk and
Perfect.
making sure the water is thoroughly boiled.
Yeah. So what you're saying is there's a personal.
It's personal preference.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question, and then we'll practice that ACE technique.
Yes.
My next question for you is, what if I don't have enough milk? What should I do?
Well, that's an interesting question, and I'm glad you asked. And
Yes.
it happens to lots of people that they run out of milk.
Okay.
And there's multiple things you can do, but one of them is to reduce the amount of water in the cup
Fantastic.
because a coffee with not enough milk isn't the most appealing.
No.
So it's better to reduce the amount of water.
Okay.
You do have other alternatives. You go to your neighbour and borrow some milk,
Yeah.
or keep powdered milk in the house and add powdered milk,
Oh,
or supermarket.
that's a really good one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Would you feel if you were doing your diploma and you're on placement and you're doing the presentation and you get to that bit at the end where people ask questions, would you feel comfortable using the ACE technique?
I definitely work really acknowledging the importance of the question
Yeah.
and then getting to the detail.
Very, very good. Well done, Andrew. You've done really well today. And I'm just conscious of the time. We've just got a couple of minutes, and
How long we got?
we've got 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering, how did you find the session today?
Oh, really amazing. I really learned a lot about presentations.
Okay.
Yes. And it would help me in future for being able to present, especially acknowledging my audience. That's really important.
Yes, yes. So if you were going to go away and you're going to have a think about today's session, is there any sort of take-home messages that you would have?
Yeah, get to the point and acknowledge
Yeah,
your audience individually or as a group.
yeah, fantastic, fantastic. And if I was going to do this session again, is there anything that I could have done differently or better, or what did you think of the session?
Well, a little bit of tech trouble
Yes,
when
yes,
it dropped out, and probably hope to organise a bit better tech stuff so it doesn't drop out.
yeah.
Yeah, that should make, but some of that's out of your control.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so next session we're going to do about reviewing performance. And I want you, between now and the next session, I want you to have a good think about making presentations. And I want you to be able to reflect on one of the presentations that you've done in the past. It sounds like you've done quite a few. That will be our next session. Yeah, before we go, is there anything you'd like to say or add to this presentation?
No, I think I think Jackie said to me really well.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, that's pretty much it.